Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Forged Youth. I'm editor Kyle. Today's episode is another Forged Youth Q&A. These types of episodes will continue throughout the season, so if you have questions of your own you'd like to share, please send them in. We'd love to hear from you. And now, on to today's show.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, I didn't do any intro yet. So I did say it was going to be a useful episode for everybody, and this is what it's going to be about, or at least this is how it's going to start. You know how it goes if you've been tuning in. So been browsing the Facebook groups. Again, this is the time of year in the hockey world, at least, where there's tryouts, players are making the team. Sometimes they're not making the team, and they're having to go down and play at lower levels, or at least sometimes they're in a situation where they're practicing at a lower level because they live far away from their main team. And I've noticed a lot of players, or sorry, parents have been looking at this as a negative thing or as wasted time. Their youth athlete, their young hockey player is playing at a level where maybe they've outgrown. Okay, so they're looking at this as a negative thing, like it's a waste of time. And I was just saying that there really is no wasted time when you're on the ice. There's always something that you could be working on or using that session um, as a means to improve. All right,
Mhm.
so no wasted time. There's always something that we could be focusing on as athletes. So, Mariel Anderson, what are your thoughts on this? Does this apply to the
Uh,
volleyball world?
oh, 100%. 100%. Actually, this situation is going on in my house at this exact
Mhm.
time because my daughter, she does play on the grade 8 team. However, there's an hour in between school ending and her practice that the junior team is practicing. And I'm not one to let a kid like just whatever, hang out at school and
Mhm.
that's when shenanigans happen. I'm just not for it. So I said that the only way that she was going to be able to play is if she joined the younger team's practice time and helped out or just used it as an extra practice so she would get double practice. And she was not for it because all the reasons that a 13-year-old will come up with.
Mhm.
And so we've had this exact conversation, right? And
Mhm.
well, if you want to get something out of it, you will get something out of it. And is like that is it said as simply as it can, really, right? Do
Yeah.
you want it to
Yeah.
be a waste of time? Okay, then it's going to be a waste of time. Yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. I'll give an example of a personal example of this
Yeah.
because I face this all the time. So I have been preparing for my senior A season this year, and not only this year but years in the past. Preparing for the hockey season, I would go to just open skates, like skates literally where anyone from any level can just show up and pay $5 and you play shinny for 2 hours. And a lot of the times, like if you play pro or you're high level junior or college player, you're going to be probably the best player on the ice. Now, you could go out there and just kind of go through the motions and dog it. And I mean, that's an option. Or you could do what I choose to do, work on conditioning,
Mm,
play, skate 200 feet back and forth. Like it's a cardio session or an endurance session. And I'm not going to skate through the whole team. I could, but it's like, okay, let's get other people involved. How about I try to go out there and play the entire game, like with my head up. That's always a thing in hockey, like stick handling and puck handling with your head up. Like let's put some conscious energy into every shift going out there and trying to make plays and handle the puck with head up. So there's all
mm.
these things you could be working on um and making use of the time because especially in hockey, like ice is so expensive and it's the one sport. I'm sure there's others, but like there's only a few times per week like you're on the ice. Whereas you're playing soccer, baseball, like you could be doing that all the time, 24 hours a day. You could be in the field working on your skills. But in hockey, it's like we're only on the ice a few hours per week. So
Mm.
we need to be intentional about how we use our time.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. I never really thought about that, about you actually getting the rink only X amount of days at certain
Hmm.
times and all that kind of stuff. That's a solid, that's a solid point. Uh, and I think too, So a good way to go about this, parents with your athletes or athletes if you're the ones listening, is to write out all of the skills that you really want to improve on.
Hmm.
So that every time that you do go up and play with the leveled up team or whatever that looks like, that you've already put the time in,
Hmm.
right? And so what does that look like? And we really break it down. Like with all of our athletes, it's not about, oh, I want to get better at this broad skill. It's okay, what are all the little things that go into that skill? And now those are the little things that you focus on.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
when you're playing, maybe what we're calling like below the lower level, it gives you an opportunity to be focusing on that without worrying about keeping up with the rest of everybody else.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So we're you kind of did allude to it, and I'll bring it up. So we teach at Foraged Youth a concept called deliberate practice.
Mm.
So deliberate practice, think of if again, back to the hockey world. Okay, so say I want to improve my passing, or no, let's make it my release as a hockey player. Release. This is something that I had to work on all the time. So catch and release, shoot as quickly as possible. If you can do this, you can score a lot of goals in hockey. But the release itself, it's one movement comprised of many small movements that make up the main movement of the release. So an example of this is the puck is coming from someone to you. It's traveling. Now you position yourself, your skates, and your body to handle the puck. You cradle the puck, maybe turn your wrist, open up the blade, pull the puck in, don't stick handle, just all in one motion, shoot. So an example of deliberate practice would be maybe today in practice, I just simply try to receive the puck in one motion without that extra stick handle. Just receive the puck one motion. And I'm not necessarily focused so much on the shot. Today, I'm just working on the catch. Because tomorrow
Mhm.
in training or next week in training, I'll work on the release part. I have the catch down. Now it's time for the release. So you're just breaking down the main movement into smaller pieces, and that's what we call deliberate practice.
Yeah, and deliberate practices actually has so much scientific data behind it that it works. There was a doctor, I believe his last name was Erickson, and he studied all of the top performers, both in like sports, musician, like everything, and like what set them apart. And it was that they all practiced this exact way that we're talking about right now. Before they went to practice, they picked that one tiny little thing that they needed to improve on. And the entire practice, that's all that they really focused on. And then after practice, this is the important part. After practice, they ask themselves three questions. And these are all written down. It's not things that we keep in our heads. Write them down, notes in your phone, journal, whatever it is. Question number one is, what are three things that went well today? Write them down. Okay. Question number two, what is one thing that didn't go so well today? Write it down. Question number three, how can I improve for next time? Write it down.
Yes. Yeah. I was just like imagining this as you're going through. Parent, athlete, that car ride home, we talk about it all the time. That's something that you guys can do together. Like, hey,
Mhm.
what are those three things that went well? What's the one thing that didn't? And you can kind of talk the next time after practice. Okay, it's how did we correct that thing that went bad this time? How did it go this week? And that's just going to create like it's a bonding session too, right? Like you guys are a team. You're doing this together. So,
Mhm. Yeah, and I think too, parents, if you are the ones that are going to be going about this, coming at it from a curious perspective rather than a coaching perspective for you as a parent, right? Like the coach be the coach and be the one that speaks kind of like that to your kid, right? The athlete. But if you can be like, oh, driving to practice. So what do what's one thing that you think that you're really going to focus on to try and get better at today?
mhm.
And then they get kind of excited and run through the list and or pick one and whatever. Oh, awesome. And then afterwards, so how did that go? Like, just be
Yeah,
curious about it. Don't be like, so deliberate practice, right? Because then you're
yeah,
you're taking away some of that magic and
hmm
you're taking away uh, independence that your youth athlete is having, figuring this stuff out and going through the motions themselves, right? So I would invite you to do that in the most curious, fun way possible.
Yeah, for sure. Keeping it fun is the name of the game. I noticed that just
Mhm.
even with my own kids when I really want to teach them something, if I don't turn it into a fun game, it's not
Mhm.
happening. It's not happening.
There is science behind that too.
Hmm.
That we learn, we can like absorb, what is it? It's like between 70 and 80% more of something if it is put into play in some way when we are learning it, even as adults. Hey there. Quick pause to say thank you. If you're listening right now, you're already a part of something powerful. We're here to help young athletes and their families build grit, resilience, and purpose, and your support makes that possible. Did you know that over half of podcast listeners never hit follow? That one click actually helps us grow, get bigger, and reach more people who need to hear this. So if you're enjoying this episode, please hit follow or subscribe. It's free, it takes a second, and it really does mean the world to us. Now, back to the show.
So that was deliberate practice in a nutshell, and making use out of time. So I'm going on the ice tonight actually, and I'm already starting to think about what am I going to work on tonight. And tonight I think it's definitely going to be another conditioning skate. So to get those last chance, we start this weekend, so I got to make sure my legs, my lungs are up to par.
There we go. Oh, Darren, just wanted to give you the update from yesterday's final cut. My son has made the U13A rep team and he's so proud of himself. Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
We are also proud of him and you. Good job.
Hmm. Yeah, way to go, Aiden. Good job if you ever see this. And Darren, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah,
And Coach Load, thank you for checking in on Darren. Coach Load, he's over in Belgium, goalie coach,
nice.
and he's awesome. He's one of those coaches we talk about who really, really cares about
Mhm.
the people that he's teaching. I worked with him just a few weeks ago at a goalie camp, a camp just for goalies. And yeah, it was an honor. He was our tour guide, and I can't wait to get back over there to Belgium.
That's great. Well, is that everything today? Deliver practice. I mean, that's a pretty good tool. It's okay to
Yeah.
leave it short and sweet when it's that good.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. I think that is it. Unless anyone has a question or two, Mariel and I will stay on and answer those. So give you a moment to add them. But I guess maybe we'll just mention quickly, yesterday was this week 2 of the Performance Parent Mastermind, and we had my old coach, Alex Stein, give us a great presentation. And
Mhm.
yeah, you guys can find that still. You can view the recording through our school community. Link is in my bio as well as Mariel's. So you can join that community. It's completely free and it's for parents of elite athletes.
Yeah.
So you can watch those recordings, and there's tons of other stuff on there too.
Yeah, and actually today, Chantel is our resident performance parenting coach in the school group. She's the mother of a current Olympic athlete, and Thursdays at 11 a.m. PST, she goes live in the group just for a group call, just for parents to go
Mhm.
and hang out and have time together, support each other. So today I will be joining her, and her and I are going to talk a little bit about the 3E framework that Alex introduced yesterday during the call. So if you're interested and you got time today, pop in there and say hi to us for sure.
Mhm. Cool,
Yeah.
cool. Okay, I didn't see any questions, so
Oh, Coach Load has a question.
I was just about to press end. What is it?
Oh, sneak it in there.
Coach Load at the nick of time. He's typing it up.
We need like Jeopardy music.
The pressure is on Load. He's probably just panicking, making mistakes.
Typing so fast, spelling everything wrong, wrapping or erase it. Okay, so you're going to Bathurst to play tomorrow? Is that what you said?
Yeah, well, tomorrow's practice, and
Okay.
the game is on Saturday, the home opener.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, I'm hyped.
Okay.
I haven't been this excited to play hockey in years, in years. Even when I was playing like for a living,
Yeah,
that's different because it's a job. Now it
yeah,
feels more like I'm 10 or 11 again. So,
totally. That's awesome.
what to do when ice is not available? Yeah, this is big in hockey. You want to improve, but you just don't have ice. Like I was dealing with this all summer in New Brunswick, in Canada, but believe it or not, out here in St. John, New Brunswick, they only keep the ice in one arena.
Mm,
So, and on top of that, there's not much. There's no opportunity to be on. Once a week I got on, so you really have to make the best of it when you are on. But when you're not on, I think visualization can do a lot of wonders. And there's science behind it that you will and can improve your physical skills just by simply closing your eyes and putting yourself in a game situation or any situation that you want to improve in. So you
mhm.
can use that tool. Um, and if that's all you have, that's what you have to go with.
Okay, now I have a question about this
Hmm.
because I know that they're totally different. But if you don't have ice and you do, yes, you're doing the visualization, but you still want to do some of the physical skills, like is rollerblade hockey not similar?
It is. It is. Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I did that this summer. It's like I couldn't get on the ice, so okay, let's get the rollerblades and go down to the
Yeah,
outdoor rink and just you do what you can. Like whatever it is that you can do, you got to do that. So even as a kid, it was just with the tennis ball and my stick in the driveway, right? And I'm
yeah,
visualizing that it's game 7 overtime of the Stanley Cup Finals, right? But I think
yeah.
in today's world load, I've seen yeah, like VR headsets that go on for this is specifically for goalies and they could field
Oh,
shots and things like this. So yeah, it's not ideal. You want to be out there on the ice. Everyone
yeah,
does, but again, you kind of got to make use with what you do have.
yeah, totally.
Northern
Yeah,
Ontario. Oh, so Brett Nasby, thank you for the comment. Brett Nasby, former not yeah, we were teammates for 1 year, summer hockey, but we always played against each other. He's in Northern Ontario now. Rollerblades is a tool I like to utilize with kids. Yep. Yeah,
yeah.
rollerblades. So in hockey they have rollerblade like the rocker, the chassis part that moves like a skate now. It's called Mars Blade, so it feels like you're on the ice. I've been wanting to try them. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
And in the volleyball world, what are some things you can do if you're not,
Uh,
you know?
for me, I used to practice my arm swing in front of a mirror to make sure that I was doing it properly. And what else? I would just forearm pass against a wall or set against a wall.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So there was always something that you could be doing. I'd lay on my floor and just set a volleyball right above my head, just keep setting and do hundreds of reps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, load. I'm honestly imagining like what I would do as a goalie. Helmet on, blocker, glove, stick, and I'm just, you're just in your bedroom. You're just pretending
Mhm.
you're in a game and just doing some drills that way. But yeah, that's back to visualization. Probably the
Yeah,
most underrated tool athletes
yes,
have at their disposal that's free. You don't need a coach, you don't need anyone, just you yourself. And
yeah.
yeah, and it works.
Yeah, we should maybe that's the mastermind that we do next month in school is like a deep dive on visualization that parents can come to as and maybe they can, even bring their athletes to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it really is a tool that is makes huge transformations. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hardcore about it. It's the number one.
Oh man. Okay, is
Okay.
that it for questions, everybody? Are you sure? Coach Lowe, you got another one brewing up there last minute? No, I'm kidding. Have a great day, everybody. See you tomorrow.
See you
Bye.
guys.
You've been listening to Forged Youth. New episodes drop every week, so if this hits home for you, throw us a follow and subscribe. Forged Youth, where resilience is trained.